Hello, hello, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm back. I'm back with another video. Yesterday I got copyrighted because of a picture that I uploaded. Well, I didn't upload it, but I showed. The the fucking Premier League is awful when it comes to copyright, so I'm not gonna show Twitter right now. I'm only gonna talk about the game yesterday and what I've seen so far this season. For the games that we've lost points, so the Liverpool won, the Sunderland won yesterday, and also Man City, who are only 4 points behind now. Um, it is very worrying, people, because as the title says, no win against title challengers, and that's only if we take in consideration Liverpool, because at the moment they were title challengers. They are the champions at the moment, so they're having a tough time. They lost to Man City today, 3-0. They got trashed done. Let me just show you right here. They got dominated. Look, only 7 shots, 1 on target for Liverpool. The only thing they did well was 91% of the passes, but that's it. And people were talking about us not being able to beat Liverpool. I think it was achievable. I think we could have beat Liverpool very easily. But the game plan was the issue. And we have to talk about the game plan because we're not playing well when it comes to playing against top teams this season. Let me show you the Premier League table. We tied to Man City at home. So now we're going to have to find a way to beat them at the Etihad, which is going to be tough. But we missed the chance to beat them, and now they are only 4 points behind. That's tough. We missed the chance of winning against them, and those guys are getting strength to keep the season going. They're looking more like title challengers at the moment. Like, they are more serious. It's not that like the Man City of last season. The addition of Donnarumma, I gotta say, gave them a big boost, and we should have beat them. So the game plan against them was awful. The game plan yesterday against Sunderland, who are 4th place at the moment, was atrocious. The first half, we literally were like non-existent. Few chances. We didn't generate too much. The game plan was awful. We literally crossed the ball a bunch of times, and Ballard took the ball from us a lot of times as well. The goal that Ballard scored as well. How physical the guy is. And it seems to me like the physicality is something that we lack. We cannot deal with teams that play physical football, and we saw that yesterday against Sunderland. Liverpool got toe-to-toe with us in terms of physicality, and we couldn't beat them. Man City was the same scenario, and it seems to me like we cannot play against those teams. We cannot find a way to beat them, and it's been showing so far. I think the game plan of us this season has been atrocious, and I want to say that's why you don't rely on set pieces. Yesterday we couldn't score a set piece. We didn't get too many corners yesterday. And we toyed the game. We scored from open play, which is good, but it wasn't good enough. The mistakes that we made, those mistakes were made for the goals of Sunderland because we cannot deal with physicality. Declan Rice in the first goal was trashed done, and then Ballard scored. And in the second one, Gabriel didn't know what to do. And the goalkeeper, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He was like trying to catch a butterfly or something. Why do you have your arms down instead of going at least up trying to save a fucking shot? And I'm not going to show pictures, but you can see the pictures on social media, probably on X. The guy literally had the ball above his head on the left side, and his hands were downwards. What the fuck was that? And the way he came out, it was atrocious. And I don't think I never thought Raya was like one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think he's good, but not one of the top. And we can clearly saw that yesterday in the second goal. That was, I believe, more of a goalkeeper type of goal. It was his issue. Like, the way he went out. He went out not being sure what to do, not being sure if he was going to get the ball. Like, he was doubting what to do, and that's exactly what happened. We conceded. So, I gotta say, with the results now of Man City beating Liverpool 3-0, how did we lose to this bunch? How did we lose to Liverpool? That's such a disgrace. It's such a disappointment because they were there for the taking, and I've said it at the time. Liverpool were there for the taking, were there for us to destroy them, and we didn't take the chance. Yesterday we had a chance to beat Sunderland, and we never took it. Like, the game was won basically. And look at that shit. Look, you can see on the horrible picture right here. But why the fuck is Raya with his hands there? Why? He literally has Gabriel getting in the way of the ball. You have your feet to try and get the ball away. You need your hands up. What the fuck is that? And you see the pictures, the guy was literally looking upwards. He wasn't even looking at the ball. There's a picture of the guy in front of the play where you can clearly see Raya looking upwards. He's not even looking at the ball. So I'm gotta blame the goalkeeper right there. I think the game plan yesterday was atrocious. The game plan was more of a second half we were great. And I was waiting for the second half to come because the first half was atrocious, was awful. We didn't do absolutely anything yesterday when it comes to the first half. But Sunderland bullied us in the first half. Sunderland, they were so good, and that's why they scored. But they were so good in the first half, and we didn't know what to do until the halftime came. The manager probably said something, and that made us switch. Eze didn't have a good game, but I thought it was a mistake to switch him off. I saw another video as well. I'm not going to show videos right now. I'm just going to talk because I got copyrighted yesterday. But there's a video of the second goal where none of the strikers was pressuring the defenders. That there was no pressure, no literally we just let Sunderland come to us. Maybe because of the change in which Mosquera came in for Eze. So we thought we were covered. But this guy was literally on a one-on-one against Gabriel. If you play another defender, it's to avoid the one-on-one situations. We had Mosquera right there, and he did absolutely nothing. He was supposed to be in that position to protect the score. So I thought the change was atrocious. That change was not good enough. Only one substitution in the game as well. At the 87th minute. What the fuck is that? And it was to try and protect the score, and I've seen it a bunch of times before. We go there and try to protect scores, and we lose. That's exactly what happened against Liverpool. You cannot tell me we didn't play for a tie. Because I've seen this Arsenal team this season beat teams 5-0, teams like Atletico Madrid, for example, or teams like Leeds United that we trashed on. I've seen us playing in certain ways good periods of football, more open play type of game, free flowing attacking football. It's not going to happen too often during the game, but I've seen Arsenal do it this season. But against Liverpool, we generated absolutely nothing. We didn't even play Eze, which was a big mistake by the manager. And you're telling me that we couldn't beat Liverpool, that we had to go there at Anfield and play for a tie, with how bad they've been. And we went there and played for a tie. That's a fucking disgrace. So, at the moment, I recorded yesterday, I thought it was Liverpool 4th. Now they're 8th place because of course they lost today. But look at that. Goals conceded 17. We couldn't concede a goal against them. They were there for the taking. So, as the title says, we lose games. Well, we've lost points this season against direct rivals for the title. Look at Sunderland, they're top 4. So we've lost against City, Sunderland, and Liverpool. Liverpool yesterday was a top 4 team, so I'm gonna talk about them as if they were top 5. We've lost points against top five oppositions, and you're telling me that we should be winning the league. How? Whenever we have a chance to make a statement, we fail. Yesterday it was a perfect chance to make a statement, and we failed. Bournemouth, I'm going to take them as a tough team to beat. They were literally top 5 yesterday. They lost today, but that's a game that we are going to have a very tough time. That's a game that we should be winning if you want to make a statement. Because I'm telling you, people, every time we can make a statement, we can win a game that is going to decide let's just say the progress of winning the league. We regressed as a team. We regressed as a team because of the game plan, because of how the players play. And I'm going to say as well, I'm not going to blame the manager over everything, because yesterday Bukayo Saka had like 5 chances to score goals and he only took the last one. He literally had a shot on the left side of the pitch. He was like driving to the centre. Great pass from Trossard, I believe it was, or Calafiori. And the guy literally had an open goal and shot wide on his left. That's a chance that you should be scoring. That's what world-class players do. He's not a world-class player, he's a great player, that's it. But he's missing the finishing product. And we have the same issue with Noni Madueke, for example, who is his replacement, Saka's replacement, to bring competition to the team. And Noni Madueke does everything good except the finishing. Every time they have a 1-on-1, you don't know what's going to happen. Bukayo Saka, I'm going to say he scored worldies, but that's not going to happen every single game. What's going to happen is you're going to have 1-on-1s, you're going to have chances against goalkeepers, and you're going to have to deliver, and Bukayo Saka does not deliver because his finishing product is not good enough. I thought it was like last game as well. He had like 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper, one on his left foot, one on his right foot, by a Gyökeres pass. It was a game against Burnley, if I'm not mistaken, because we played Burnley, and he had 2 chances, 2 great passes, 1-on-1 against goalkeepers, and he literally passed the ball to the opposition goalkeeper. Like the shots were not even strong enough to make the goalkeeper, do something incredible. The second chance in which he scored with his he shot with his right foot, the guy literally shot towards the goalkeeper. And that you cannot have that. You need to have strikers or attacking players that are going to finish the 1-on-1 chances. And we lost yesterday because of it, because Bukayo Saka could not finish the chance that it was easier to score than to miss, or at least shoot on target. And he shot wide. We missed Gyökeres as well yesterday, and people are talking about Gyökeres is not good enough, Gyökeres is having a tough time and this and that. We clearly saw yesterday that we missed Gyökeres. We clearly saw that, and going through the lineup right here, we literally needed a magical moment from Trossard and 5 chances for Saka to score just a goal. And only made 1 substitution to protect the fucking score. Christian Mosquera went in at the 87th minute to try and protect the score. What the fuck were you protecting when that happened? You're adding a defender to protect the goalkeeper, to protect the score, protect the goal, don't concede a goal. And you literally had Magalhaes on the left side of the pitch defending the goal. When you add an extra defender, you should have man advantage. So Christian Mosquera should have been here to protect the goal, to try and get a 1v2 situation and cancel every chance that Sunderland had to tie the game, and that never happened. So I think the game plan was incorrect. The substitution as well, incorrect. Maybe if you stayed with Eze, we would have pressured the defenders in that second goal. And that pass would have never happened. Because remember, they literally got the ball to Ballard, who hit the ball, and the ball just got direct into his striker. If we pressured the pass from the start, that ball was never going to arrive to Ballard. But that's exactly what happened. When you play physical football against us, we don't know what to do. That's what Arsenal does. Arsenal doesn't know what to do against physical players. We saw that yesterday. This guy, Daniel Ballard, was the issue for us. He made an assist and scored a goal. Why? Because he's physical. And their manager knew about it. That's why he was playing almost like a striker in both of the goals. Because the manager of Sunderland knew that's the issue that Arsenal has. We have to play better against physical teams. We've played against physical teams like Liverpool and Man City that can go toe-to-toe against us, and we never took the advantage. We lost against Liverpool, a weak Liverpool team that we saw losing. Like, look at this. They lost 4 games in a row. Because, well, the previous one, they lost it. They only have 5. They lost 4 in a row, 1-1, and then got trashed on by City today. And you're telling me we couldn't beat them? If we're supposed to win the league, and if we have like the best team we've had since 2007, the best manager we've had since Arsene Wenger, a genius of a manager, we should be beating Liverpool. And we went there and didn't make a statement. We looked weak. We couldn't even shot on target. And Liverpool are having a horrid season. We should have beat them. We had to make a statement and we missed it. Then we played City. We had to make a statement. At our own ground. Sorry, I got mad there. But our own ground. And we tied at the end of the game. We literally let them tie at home. That's why I'm getting mad, people. Because that was another statement. And you cannot tell me those games are not affecting. Because after that game, Man City pick up the pace. And I know they've lost. But they picked up the pace. And they are only 4 points behind us. Only 4 points. We've lost an 8-point lead before. Against City. Are we going to do the same? Maybe. Because this manager is not showing me that he's learned from the mistakes. He literally made one yesterday that he's done before. He went there, protect the score. Made a substitution, took an attacker off to play a defender. And we lost points in that game yesterday. We lost 2 points, 2 valuable points. And I've seen that before, previous seasons, in which he protects the score, he plays another defender, and we lose points. So, that's something that he hasn't learned, because he's doing the same mistakes. We've lost an 8-point lead before, and now we're losing the lead. Man City are only 4 points behind us. So what are you going to do as a team to avoid that from happening? I don't know. Because every time we can make a statement and we're going to face a team that is in the top 4, we lose points. We lost 2 points against Sunderland because we got a tie. They are looking great. They're a physical team. We cannot play against physical teams still. So we haven't learned from that mistake. Because against teams that are physical, we lose. Against teams that are technical, we lose. Or we tie. Yeah, let's just say we lose points. Because we've tied. So not all of them are losses, but we're losing points against physical teams and tactical teams. We saw that against PSG as well. They were so good tactically and technically, and we lost both games. We couldn't even protect the home advantage. And we couldn't do that against City this season. And it was a City that wasn't good enough. Like, we beat them 5-1 last season. What was the difference between that game and the one that we had this season? The approach. We looked like we were on a mission last season. That's why we scored 5. On this season, we looked cautious. Just try to protect the game. Why are you so afraid of? You're playing against top 5 teams. You should be making a statement by trashing them. And we didn't. For the third time this season, we have not capitalized against top 5 teams. Liverpool were a top 5 team when we lose to them. City when we tie to them. That's why they are second place right now. It would have been a 6-point lead. But now we decided to tie at home. Now it's a 4-point lead. Those ties are affecting us. If we beat Sunderland yesterday, that would have been an 8-point lead. 9-point lead, I believe. If we beat City and Sunderland. I mean, you can't win every game, so I'm not going to count the Liverpool one. Like, we looked awful that game. But let's say we beat Man City and we beat Sunderland. That we should be beating them to capitalize for the lead that we had. Those would have been like 30 points for us. So it would have been an 8-point lead. We would have been like more comfortable at the end of the weekend. But we're not. We're 4 points ahead of the second place. A second place that already catched us before and won the league. And we're doing the same mistakes all over again. Because every single time we can capitalize and make a statement, we cannot get it. Like, we can't. We tie the games. Yesterday's game was 1 people. And because of a substitution that wasn't good enough. Because of the manager not trying something different. And you can talk to me about we do not have the attacking force that we should because of the injuries. Cool, I'm not talking about the attacking areas. I'm talking about the defensive areas. Because he made a defensive substitution. And we couldn't capitalize at a game that we had won, literally. We had the game in our bag. And that substitution, I know it's a defender for an attacker to protect the score, but it didn't work out. Why? Because of the planning we made when we made that substitution. If you're adding an extra defender, it's so that the attackers of the opposition team are not alone or not in 1v1 situations. And I saw a 1v1 situation, physical situation, in which Gabriel didn't know what to do. The goalkeeper didn't know if he had to come out or wait for the goal. Wait in goal. And he didn't know what to do. He literally went out trying to, catch a fucking butterfly or something. But he didn't look like he was going to save the fucking shot. And we tied. 2 points lost. We've only lost 1 game this season, tied 2. And look at it. 4 points ahead of the second place. Erling Haaland on a mission. It's looking like we're gonna lose the lead. So what are the players? I was gonna say that. What are the players and the manager going to do to show us they can get it done? At the moment, they are not showing me anything. The season has been great. We've only conceded 5 goals. But you literally have to try and be perfect every single game. Whenever there is a statement that should be made, you have to capitalize. And let's just say, we did well beating Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, that we hadn't done last season. We beat Crystal Palace as well. Let me just, they're right here. Those are statements, small statements. When it matters, you have to capitalize. And it matters against the top 5 teams. It matters that you beat Sunderland away from home. It matters that you beat Man City at our ground. It matters that you fucking beat the champions. And those 3 games that we've gone with the same game plan of protecting the score, we've lost points. Those are consequences of why we are only 4 points ahead and we're feeling the pressure of having Man City behind. Because they've been there and done it. They've been second, catch up to us and won the league. So what are we going to do now? It seems to me like we're not learning from the same mistakes that we've done in previous seasons. We're not learning from them. The manager is doing the same thing over and over again. The players are doing the same thing over and over again. So we haven't learned from the mistakes we've committed before. How has Bukayo Saka been in the team for years now and still can work on his finishing product? Makes no sense. How do we have a striker right now in the team on Gyökeres and we're talking about giving chances because we cannot generate? How? We're playing the same way we did previous seasons that we lost the title. And now we are that striker and we're playing the same way. That doesn't work out. Makes no sense, people. We're playing the same way that hasn't worked out for us to win the league. So now we have to do something and we're playing this something different and we're playing the same fucking way. We knew protecting the score didn't work out against Liverpool and we decided to do the same against City at our ground. We decided to do the same against Sunderland yesterday. And what was the finishing product for that? Missing points. Why can't we learn from the mistakes? It's not looking like we're going to just run with the league. No, we have competition. And now we have to capitalize. We gotta beat City at the Etihad. We have to beat Chelsea in both games. Beat Tottenham Hotspur in both games. Trash Sunderland at home. Like, we have to now destroy Liverpool at home as well. We have to beat every single team to try and win the league, because if not, Man City is going to take the title. So what are we going to do now? I'm hoping we get something different. A different game plan. Gabriel Jesus is back. So what are we going to do now to get the team going? Like, to generate chances. Gabriel Jesus is a guy that yesterday would have helped. Of course, I don't want any player to be rushed of an injury, especially with the extent of the injury that Gabriel Jesus had. But now he's going to get back. Hopefully, Gyökeres is going to be back sooner rather than later. We're going to have to wait for Kai Havertz, but now we're going to have options. Gabriel Jesus, for me, is a guy that yesterday would have been a light against Sunderland. Why? Because the guy can generate his own chances, he can take on players, he can generate fouls. I trust him in one-on-one situations. He's not the best, but he normally scores when it comes to one-on-one situations. But we're going to get players back. And that for me means that now we are going to find different ways to score from open play, to score against different teams. Because if you add Gabriel Jesus to the team yesterday, I thought the outcome was going to be different. We would have beat Sunderland. Still, no excuses, because we've played without a striker before. Mikel Merino has done a good job when he came last season as a striker. And in my opinion, the manager should have learned. So we're in the same situation we were last season, no striker. So supposedly, if you're such a great manager, you should know what to do now. And yesterday we looked lost. First half we were non-existent. Second half we were better, but the change didn't work out. And I've seen Arsenal protecting the score before and taking attackers off to add another defender and concede. So it's been happening a lot that we do those type of substitutions and don't work out. So why are you doing the same? That substitution literally made Sunderland had an open play right here, make a cross so Ballard could header the ball and get an assist. So you know that doesn't work out. Why are you doing the same thing over and over again? Makes no sense. We should be learning from the mistakes. And the 3 games that we've lost points this season is because we've done the same thing that previously cost us points. So we're not learning. We have players doing the same thing over and over again. How has Bukayo Saka not learned how to finish chances? Come on, man. It's atrocious. And you cannot tell me we couldn't beat Liverpool. Everyone's beating them. Why can't we? If we're such a good team, if we're first place in the league, if we should be running with the title, why can't we beat Liverpool away from home? Makes no sense. So I'm very angry about it. Very, very angry. And the proof is right here. We're only 4 points ahead. We're feeling the pressure. Erling Haaland is on a mission. 14 goals this season. We gotta do something. We have to act quickly. We have to, next game, make a statement. Like, it cannot be like that. We're playing Spurs. Yeah, we're playing fucking Spurs. Come on, man. That's a top 5 team. Beat them, destroy them. They are the rivals. Destroy them. Come on, man. Without further to say, people, I'm just uploading the video again because, well, I got copyrighted for the video yesterday. I showed some clips of the game. Well, it's not gonna happen anymore, and I'm gonna prepare like on my profile the things that I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, without further to say, people, hopefully next game against Spurs we're going to make a statement. We have to start beating the top teams, and at the moment, Spurs is a top 5 team. We have to beat them. Chelsea, we have to beat them. We have to start making statements against rivals for the title. And they are only 8 points behind, people. We gotta do something. We have to start beating the top 5 teams. But without further to say, thank you guys for hearing this. I hope you have a great day. And, well, we just gotta wait. Hopefully the manager is going to learn at some point from the mistakes. It's going to be tough because he hasn't learned throughout the 6 years, but hopefully this is going to be the season of alignment. And yeah, man. Hopefully the players are going to get better. We have to be on a mission to win the league. Enough is enough. But yeah, without further to say, thank you guys for hearing this. Hope you have a great day. See you on the next game. Bye.